rose plant. Do you see that? Out
Isn't
in
that
its
wild?
natural habitat. Look at that, $44.98. Your 4 easy payments, $11.25. It's M94973. We do have 2 colors that you can pick for. Do you want it red or do you want it pink? That's your red. That's your pink. Which one do you want? You might want both. I don't know. Such a unique looking plant.
I gotta say, this has got to be like the perfect house plant. The desert rose. This is a succulent house plant that is so low maintenance but so high impact. It is a natural bonsai. So you can see this plant right here. It's about 10 years old, and you know it's restricted by the size of the container that we have it growing in.
Perfect.
Which makes it super easy. It's exceptionally low maintenance. I water mine from the months of November until now, until May.
Yeah.
I don't water it at all.
Oh.
I don't water it at all. And then from the months of May until November, I put it outside in the nice warm weather.
Yeah.
And I'll water it every few days.
Wow.
Easy as that.
Wow.
So it's exceptionally low maintenance but long-lived houseplant. These can live easily 100 years or more.
You know, the thing that you said to me that was the best is that whatever pot you put it in, that's how it's gonna grow, and it's gonna stop.
It's perfect size. You could keep one, you know, in this size container forever.
Yeah.
And the only thing that would happen, it's not gonna get much taller, but what happens over time is this fat little belly gets a little bit fatter and fatter each year. We call this the codex. The codex is full of water. It's like a camel's back.
Yes.
So it stores water in there, and as a succulent, that means low maintenance. That means you rarely have to water them.
Right.
They take care of themselves, but they look good, and they just get that beautiful kind of gnarled look about them over the years, which just, you know, it's like this outer worldly appearance. And one of the reasons why desert rose have been a favorite at Roberta's for probably the last 10 years.
Yeah, listen, almost $10 off too, that QVC price. So that's a really good value to be able to get this home. 2/3 of our quantity of this one already gone. Now, this is how it comes, right? So how cool is that? It comes like in this little pot.
Yeah, so this, it is one of the more expensive plants that we have because they are exceptionally rare. You're not going to find this anywhere else. The variegated desert rose, which has this beautiful variegated foliage, which we can see here. If we can get in real close right here, you can see this is what makes it special. Exactly.
Okay.
It has this beautiful lining around the outside and throughout the foliage. You see that yellowing?
Yep.
That is what makes this a very high-end plant. You're not going to find this even at the rarest of house plant shops across the country, especially not for this value. I actually found one about 3 years ago, which was kind of the inspiration for this collection. I spent over $150 for a plant this size because it was the only one around. And I really wanted to have that variegated look. And, you know, this is what we're shipping out. You can see it already has these flower buds.
Yeah, it's beautiful already.
Look at those beautiful little flower buds. So they're gonna start to flower the first season, and they're gonna flower on and off for about 6 months every single year.
This is
super cool.
So unique. You're talking about being able to bring something home that you may not have seen before, or gifting a plant that you go, wait a minute, I bet you don't have this one. You know, like my mother was a huge plant person. She was the one in our family with the green thumb. I grew up with her having tons and tons of house plants, so this would make her really happy.
This is really a special one.
That's what I'm saying. For those people who just really love house plants and thrive on them, a lot of people do because they've become house mamas and house plant mamas and daddies over, you know, the last few years. And so now, what a great hobby to get something so unique home. Like this is really, really gorgeous. So this is gonna ship, start shipping next week. So in a week, this is gonna start shipping, which is really good. And if you want the pink, that's been very popular. But it's really just such a unique plant. It's so beautiful.
And look at my brother right there. So if you do give it a larger pot, they will grow bigger. You can restrict its size by a small container or let it grow bigger. That's only about 3 years from the time of shipment. And you can see how he's actually has it so it just grows in one direction because he never moves it. It grows towards the sun and it just creates that really unique look.
Gotcha.
But it has that beautiful growth about it, which looks like a bonsai because it's a naturally growing bonsai, which is so cool. You know, typical bonsais take 25, 50, 100 years to kind of take that form. These ones do so right from day one.
What about like where would I put this at home? Does it need a ton of sun? Am I putting this in a good window?
I like to put, this is, you know, you're gonna wanna give it good real estate inside the home. So a nice sunny window indoors is perfect. Now, if you want to have the best growth possible, put it outside in the summertime.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, when the nights are about 45 degrees or warmer, put it outside and it will explode with growth. I've already put mine outside, and I can already see, you know, they're already just rapidly starting to grow. And these plants, they honestly will live for decades. They will outlive you.
And then you see the green, but the flowers, that's when they come out when you put them outside in the summertime, when you really start to see all these gorgeous florals?
And but they will also continue to bloom throughout the winter season as well. So one thing that I had about 250 houseplants. I've scaled back to around like 120 recently because I just don't, it's just a lot.
I have 4.
Yeah, well, 4 will turn into 5 after this presentation.
Okay.
But so what I love to do inside my home is I like to make little scenes where I'll put maybe 3 plants together in one area. So we have an orchid. Maybe Steph, you could go get one of these orchids for me.
Oh, I can't wait to see the orchid. I love orchids.
So, but if she can't make it, that's okay. But so I would love to see like the desert rose with the anthurium and that orchid all together, and you have just this beautiful, low maintenance but colorful display of plant life inside the home. And it's so easy. You know, most houseplants are just green. All 3 of these produce really unique flowers, and they're all slightly different. So you have a really gorgeous kind of ensemble of plant life inside your home all year round. You know, if you ever come to my house, you feel the energy when you walk in.
I'm sure.
You feel Mother Nature.
The air is fresh.
It is.
In there.
And it smells good.
I bet it does. Listen, this is such a unique plant to get home. Whether you're going to get it for yourself, whether you are increasing your house plants like Devin, I don't think we ever could have that many. I know I couldn't, but
it's a lot.
I have 4. I have 4. Actually, it might even be 3. But I do love houseplants. My mom had a green thumb. She had several. She had way more than 4. We had houseplants everywhere growing up. That was her thing. But she never had anything like this. So how unique to be able to get something like this home. And again, my favorite thing about it is the fact that whatever vessel that you put it in, that's the size it's going to be. It's going to stay that way, so you don't have to worry about replanting this year after year after year. And it will last you forever.
For decades.
You have to water it 6 months out of the year.
It's native to areas such as the Arabian Peninsula, Yemen, Socotra, areas that are very dry and arid. So as a succulent, it loves hot, sunny weather, but it holds a lot of moisture within its trunk. So that means it's really low maintenance. And you can see there's like an award-winning desert rose right there.
Cool.
There's so many fun ways that you can actually play around with these plants. And I also have another awesome video on my YouTube channel which describes how you can actually make that trunk fatter just by a couple little pruning techniques.
So cool.
It's super easy.
Listen, this is a good one to get home. If you get this one home, definitely go to Devin's YouTube page and check it out and see how he does that, because this is a fun one. And you're going to want to make sure that you really take care of it and have a good time with this plant. Again, put it in sun when it's indoors, right, for 6 months, and then once the weather gets to about 50 degrees at night, you can take it outside.
Take it outside, let it enjoy the sun, and you'll have flowers like that inside the home throughout the year for up to 6 months. It's the most unique, it's by far the rarest plant that we offer all year round. You're not going to find this elsewhere, and hence it's a little bit pricier than some of our other plants.
I get it. It's so unique, it's so rare. That's the thing.
So rare.
It's the variegated desert rose. That's what makes this one special. $44.98, that's your sale price. Your 4 easy payments there, $11.25. It's M94973.